Good morning and welcome to the WSJM Morning Show video live stream edition for Monday, August 17, 2026. I'm Ken Lundberg. Who's that?
Here I am.
Who's the mountain man?
I'm here.
Mike Wyble. Should we zoom in? Let me zoom in.
All right.
Let me zoom in. So here we go. Give us what's the 10-4 on the facial hair? What are you doing here?
Well, I went fishing last week and did not bring a razor with intention to not shave.
It looks good. Have you ever had a beard before?
I have.
Okay. When was the last time?
Probably 2 years ago. I used to do No Shave November.
Oh, yeah.
So I used to do that and keep my beard. I usually kept it till spring break.
Yeah. Until spring break. Okay, yeah. The other side. Yeah, that's your better side.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're right. No.
Here, we do this.
No. Yeah, there you go. Very nice. Okay. All right. Anyway, so welcome back, Mike Wyble.
Thank you.
He's here. Oh, now I messed it all up. Okay, we've got to do the. All right. So we talked about it last hour. Now it's all messed up.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah. Now I'm just going to futz with it all hour long.
Yeah.
We talked last hour a little bit. Mike was out fishing.
Yes.
Last week. What'd you use for bait?
All kinds of stuff. We used lures, obviously.
Don't string us along here.
Night crawlers.
Don't give us too much lead.
That's right. Don't do too much drag.
Too much drag. Okay, so you use night crawlers. You use live bait.
Yeah.
Oh.
And spoons and artificial. So
yeah,
a lot of snags and a lot of it's boundary water. So just a lot of there's trees sticking out of the water. You're like, how long is that tree? I mean, it just sticks up maybe, 6 inches out of the water, but it's in the middle of 10 foot of water, and all of a sudden you'll have a tree stump sticking up. So you got to kind of watch where you're running and know where you're going. And
so you went through a good bit of hooks.
Yeah, definitely a lot of snags. Learn how to get unsnagged pretty efficiently, but and it's the water's warm. The water was 74, 76 degrees. So
wow.
Yeah, so it was a little bit slow, difficult fishing because of the time of year, but we went because we wanted to do a guys trip. My son put this together.
Yeah.
So it was all son-in-laws and the boys, and we hung out for a week and did campfires every night and ate one of the Joe Strickler, which is my daughter's father-in-law. Mm-hmm. I guess it would be, I don't know what he is to me, but he's Joe. I call him Joe Daddy. Joe Daddy.
Joe Daddy.
He made chili. He brought pork chops, made pork chops one night, made breakfast in the morning.
I was going to ask.
Our camp cook.
So he did the majority of the cooking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I did the fish fry. Thursday night, we did our fish fry for the fish that we caught. And I did that.
So. Now, fish fry, are you breading the fish?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any bones?
A little bit. The small, the walleye, we had pike. So obviously you got to cut the Y bones out of the pike, but a little bit of bones. But like my son said, there's bones in my fish. And I'm like, what is this, Girl Scout camp? Come on. Eat the bones.
This isn't a 3-star Michelin restaurant.
Exactly.
Deal with it.
Right.
You got food, kid.
Yeah. So we had a really great food, and it was, we just, we hung out, and it was just a bonding time. My son is in Denver. My son-in-law is in California. Another one's in Nashville.
Yeah.
So everybody's very busy in their lives doing things and whatnot. So it was great just to have a week to hang out, pick on each other, and joke with each other. And
the campfire itself sounds like worth the price of admission.
Oh yeah,
that'd be fun.
And one of the things up there is it's birch. So all the firewood was and you'd see these places where they have stacks of birch timber, and then they chop them up into firewood. So everything you're throwing on is birch, so it smells. You're coming in the evening, and the fire, the smoke is going across the lake, and you can smell the birch. It's good stuff.
That sounds perfect. All right.
Yeah, 60 degrees in the morning, so it's up to the windows open.
We'll talk more in a moment.
All right.
With Mike Wyble. Mountain Man Mike is here. We'll have that coming up in just a few moments on the WSJM Morning Show. We've got to get to news and weather here on WSJM.
Data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:05 is the time. It's Monday, August 17, 2026. Good morning. I'm Ken Lundberg. Look who's back on a Monday morning.
Good morning.
Mike Wyble is here. Mike Wyble, he was off catching fish, cooking them over an open campfire.
Yep.
Enjoying the starry nights.
Oh, beautiful starry nights.
Yeah, but it's gorgeous. But he's back, so thank you for coming back. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back.
Weather forecast for today, partly cloudy skies, a 20% chance of showers. Other than that, it's going to be beautiful. High around 77 degrees. We could have some wind out of the northwest, gusting up to 30 miles per hour at times.
A little gusty.
Not sure what's going on there, but no storms are supposed to be in our forecast.
Okay.
At least that's what the weather people say right now. Tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 60 overnight, so getting back into that comfortable temperature zone.
Yep.
Hopefully. Tuesday's forecast, partly cloudy, a high tomorrow around 80. And Wednesday, partly cloudy. We bring the rain chance back in on Wednesday. There's a 50% chance of showers and storms on Wednesday, high around 75 degrees, low around 66. Thursday, partly cloudy, 20% chance of showers, high of 75. Friday, just partly cloudy skies at this time, a high of 75 degrees. And then the weekend forecast does call for partly cloudy skies and a slim chance of showers both Saturday and Sunday with a high temperature around 75, 77 degrees. Some of the news from the WSJM newsroom. South Haven Area Emergency Services responding to a structure fire yesterday afternoon in Casco Township. Shays was dispatched around 5:45 in the afternoon to a property on 111th Avenue East of 68th Street. Firefighters arrived to find a greenhouse engulfed in flames. Firefighters were able to prevent the fire from spreading to nearby greenhouses. No injuries reported, thankfully.
Wonder how a greenhouse catches on fire.
I don't know. How weird is that? What's flammable in there?
Right. Everything's wet and moist and
green
and so it either had to be electrical or meth lab or something.
Yeah, stop that. Stop that. All right. Other news. The fire's still under investigation. The Berrien County Prosecutor's Office has been awarded more than $1.1 million through a Michigan Local Prosecutor Support Grant Program. Berrien County Commission approved a resolution in May authorizing the prosecutor's office to apply for the money. This is the follow-up to that. They got it.
Hey!
Yeah, Berrien County Commissioner Jim Curran announced the grant last week.
Back in May, the prosecutor's office applied to the Local Prosecutor Support Grant Program, and it was awarded. So this resolution is to receive $1.1 million for the prosecutor's office.
The grant is available to, this is the bittersweet part of it. Remember, I told you it was sweet and sour, good and bad.
Yep.
Yeah, bittersweet.
Yeah.
The grant is available to prosecutors' offices in the 15 Michigan counties with the highest violent crime rates per 1,000 residents.
All right. Well, at least we're competitive.
We're up there, yeah.
Right.
So Berrien County was among the counties designated for that funding. So we applied for it and we got it. Curran said the prosecutor's office plans to use the money to provide stipends for staff to help reduce caseloads. Did you hear that applause from the prosecutor's office just now?
Yeah.
Yay. The commission will consider formal approval of the money later this month. And again, the grant is intended to reduce average caseload per attorney, and it has to supplement rather than replace what we already budget for the prosecutor's office. So it's an additional, hey, you're doing a great job. We know crime's high in your area.
So we can hire another prosecutor? Is that the idea?
Potentially another attorney. I mean, that would, you'd have to talk to the budget folks over there.
Okay.
Other news, Berrien County is moving its land records storage system to a secure cloud-based system. As part of an update to the county's land records management system, Berrien County Register of Deeds Laura Freeling says the county had originally planned to host the system itself and all the digital records would be in-house. But then they ran into some hardware availability issues.
It allows us to proceed without delaying because what happened was the county had originally decided that they would host this in-house, and then they ran into supply constraints, the manufacturer compliance constraints on the hardware. And that is kind of what led us to exploring the cloud hosts.
The county's current vendor contract ends in October, And then officials began exploring a cloud-based alternative to keep the project on schedule. Now, Freeling says the cloud storage solution has been reviewed by the county's Information Systems Department and Corporate Counsel, and security of the records, they say, remains a top priority for residents. Freeling says the biggest noticeable change will be a new look when they access land records online.
Current users will be able to continue to access like they normally do, and both options will be available once we go live. And then once we're comfortable, we will pull the plug on the old vendor, and then everything will be pointed towards the new vendor.
The county's land records are already stored digitally. Freeling says the Register of Deeds office is close to having all of its records searchable electronically. The new system is expected to be operational shortly after Labor Day. I mean, this is a problem that municipalities all across the United States are facing.
Yeah.
They have records that are written, right? Analog.
Oh, for sure.
And so getting them digital is one thing.
Right.
And then what do you do with them? Where do you store them? How do you make them accessible?
Right.
That's another thing. So they had a plan where they were going to bring everything in-house and have the cute little storage towers and stuff like that. Try to buy one of those right now.
Oh, I can imagine.
Who's buying them?
Data centers.
Yeah, exactly. So data centers are not only taking all the peace and quiet, but they're also taking the hardware. So anyway, long story short, they say it's going to be up in the cloud. It'll be up in the cloud soon, and
It'll be up in the cloud.
It'll be good. Let's see, one more. With students preparing to head back to school in the next couple of weeks, state and local officials are reminding drivers.
Yes.
Slow down and pay attention to those big yellow things that are floating around on the asphalt. Yeah. Berrien County Sheriff Chuck Haidt says drivers should expect to see more buses, more children, more school traffic on local roads as the new school year is getting underway.
The biggest thing right now is school bus safety. You'll start to see school buses out again. So just a reminder to obviously always stop when overhead red lights are flashing. And a lot of school buses now have the arms, which is helpful, but stay at least 20 feet away from a stopped school bus. But also when you see the yellow lights, prepare to stop and look at that as a good warning to prepare.
I do like the arms on the school bus.
I do too.
It's kind of fun because you see them like flapping around.
Right, like wings.
Yeah, like wings. No. When they put the little gate out.
Right.
Because I mean, and honestly, you see drivers, some of them are just oblivious to the rules around school buses. So again, there are rules around school buses. Stay away from them. When the lights go yellow, that doesn't mean gun it so you can get around them.
No.
That means
slow down.
Slow down and prepare to stop.
Because again, we're dealing with kids. And I know when I was a kid, you're not thinking about getting hit by a car.
No.
You're thinking about goofing off and yelling and having a good time. And you run out from the school bus to get home because you got to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. So
and snacks, after school snacks.
Oh, snacks. So all that stuff, you just have to realize that they are not focused on you, so you need to be focused on them.
Extra focus. Drivers who pass a stopped school bus can face a civil infraction, a fine up to $500. Penalties get much more severe if a driver passes a stopped bus and causes an injury or, heaven forbid, a death. Haidt says another big challenge is drivers using their dumb phones.
We continually deal with distracted driving. So I think the biggest thing is just trying to make sure people know that, we've gone through a summer not seeing as much, but they're big and yellow for a reason. They stand out, and we just want people to be aware of it and take those precautions to keep themselves and the students that are being picked up safe.
Yeah, he said smartphones. I said dumb phones.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the most dangerous part of the school bus ride is the kids getting on and off the bus.
I bet.
Yeah. So, all right. So be careful out there. One more, some kudos for a couple of local officials. Cass County Treasurer Hope Anderson elected the new president of the Michigan Association of County Treasurers.
Really?
Yes, statewide office. Anderson was elected during the association's recent conference in Bay City. The organization represents Michigan's 83 county treasurers, and they provide education, professional development, and advocacy on issues affecting treasurers and taxpayers. So she's elected president. You know who vice president is?
Who?
Berrien County Treasurer Shelley Wyke.
Really?
Yeah.
She's doing all kinds of stuff.
It's all kinds of good stuff. So anyway, so congratulations to those two. And it's good to see Southwest Michigan well represented.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. 714
WS shakers and movers. Doggone it.
714. It's the WSJM morning show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Wyble is here. We've got sports now with Dave Wolf. We'll get on the video live stream next. All right, we're on the video live stream. So when did you come back from your near boundary waters?
We came back. I got back into town at 2:00 in the morning on Sunday.
Oh, why were you driving so late at night?
Well, we were supposed to not come home until Sunday,
Yeah.
like leave Minnesota until Sunday, but
there was a fight.
The rain set in.
You guys fought with each other?
No.
Oh.
The rain set in on Saturday with no letting up, and nobody wanted to go fish in the rain.
Yeah.
And we'd already caught, so it was like we were watching preseason football, and I'm like, why are we sitting here? And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, we're gonna just run into traffic on Sunday. Let's just go now.
Yeah,
so we packed up and took off.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
But it was a nice cabin, nice accommodations.
It was beautiful. So it was Moose Track Adventures was the place that we went to.
Okay.
Here's a wild story, like you were talking about how what goes around comes around, and small world and that type of thing.
Yeah.
So talking to the owners of the resort, and she was like, "Oh, I graduated from Western Michigan University."
Oh.
I'm like, "Oh, you're Broncos." She's like, "Yeah." So we were talking about that. She said, "I said, what did you do after that?" She said, "Well, ironically." She goes, I graduated to become a teacher. And then once I graduated, decided I didn't want to be a teacher. So she said, I became a nanny out east for a family and did that for 2 years. She said they owned a sporting goods store, went to work for them for 8 years as their marketing person. And she says, but one of their close friends, she says, was actually connected back to St. Joseph, Michigan. And I go, really? Like who? And she says, because we would go up to, I think it was a part in Connecticut, to this old lighthouse that this family owns.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? And she goes, the family started Whirlpool. And I go, the Uptons.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah. The lady that I met was Judy Upton. And she said, yeah. So she goes, so Judy Upton, she goes, great lady.
Yeah.
And she says, but yeah, I guess her father, whatever, started Whirlpool. And I'm like, well, there still are plenty of Uptons in St. Joe. And she was like,
we got a Fred or two around.
Yeah. And I said, Kate came from St. all these people. And she was like,
Steve.
yeah, but she goes, so there is she goes, here I go all the way to the East Coast and I meet this family that's from St. Joe and you're from St. Joe. And I graduated. I'm like, it's crazy and how all that connects.
That is. Did you ask them what kind of washing machine they had or dishwasher?
I did not ask that.
What kind of dishwasher did they have in the cabin?
I didn't even notice.
Oh, okay. All right. Because you didn't do the dishes.
I did not.
Nice.
I didn't do the dishes. I didn't do the cook. I cooked the fish. That was all I did the one night.
And you did a good job?
That's what they say.
Did you leave the skin on?
Yep.
Did you?
Well, no, we filleted. I mean, if we filleted them, no. But there were also, we have some that we just scaled. So some of them, yes. So
okay.
Some of the panfish.
Now, be honest. How big was the biggest fish caught?
The biggest fish caught was Joel, Evan, my son-in-law's brother, caught a 44-inch muskie.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty big. And then, but other than that, I would say 22, 23-inch pikes.
That's respectable.
Yeah, it was.
Huh. That's good.
We caught some really big, probably 2-3 pound smallmouths. And
hold that thought. We'll be right back.
I'm holding it. In
just a moment on the WSJM Morning Show.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
7:18 is the time. It's the WSJM Morning Show for Monday, August 17th, 2026. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Wyble is here.
I'm here.
And we're just getting fish stories from Mike.
Yes.
Because he went fishing last week and I'm glad you had a great time.
We did. It was a great thing. We're going to do it again next year is the plan.
Did you take your own rod?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Bait casting, open reel, what was it?
I've got both. I've got open reel and bait caster.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Take both of them?
Yep.
Okay. How did you catch the smallmouth bass?
Actually caught those on an ultralight open face or bail.
Bail.
Yeah. So and I caught some on the bait caster, but the big ones that I caught, we went up, we put like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And there was a place where a river came into the little chain of lakes that we were in.
Oh.
So we pulled up in there and there were some of the guys were fishing and we had kind of trolled around and didn't really catch anything. And they're like, man, there's a bunch of smallmouth up in this river.
Yeah.
So we pulled up as far as we can because, it's rock country. So there's rocks everywhere. We pulled up and I'm sitting in the back of the boat. My son went up the lake trying to see what he could catch. And I just put a night crawler on a bobber and threw it up and let it float down the channel and just started catching these monster smallmouth on an ultralight.
Oh, and those are fighters too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
So much for the, got my bait caster, got my Rapala lure and all that stuff. Yeah.
Right. There's a lot, but my son caught a smallmouth in that same river on a big daredevil spoon, like a northern pike spoon.
Yeah.
Caught a smallmouth on it.
They must not see a lot.
I don't think they see a lot up there from that. So
that's fun.
Yeah. So we did a lot and did I caught the first time I've ever caught a pike on a topwater.
Oh.
So a topwater lure. So I was one morning, I would go out. Most of the boys slept until like 10 o'clock in the morning, which was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I would be up at 4 or 5 o'clock.
Had they not heard early bird catches the fish?
They did not.
Oh, okay.
They did see those pictures of me catching fish while they were in bed. But I went out one morning and started throwing topwater because stuff was hitting the top of the water. And so I threw it out and caught a 22-inch pike on topwater. That was a lot of fun.
Man, that does sound, I'm jealous. Okay. All right. More fish stories coming up from Mike here in a few moments. So let's get to a couple of news items. President Trump talking about Korea.
Yeah.
North Korea, South Korea. We're doing military exercises with them right now.
With South Korea.
With South Korea. But President Donald Trump saying yesterday he has directed the Defense Department to scale down joint military exercises with South Korea, citing the U.S. allies' refusal to join the war in Iran and his very good relationship with Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea.
Right.
So remember, we're allies with South Korea.
Right.
We don't like that North Korea has nuclear ambitions and keeps taunting the world, the free world.
Correct. With
nuclear weapons and missile launches and that kind of stuff. And President Trump says, yeah, we're going to back off because I kind of like Kim. Anyway, Trump said the large annual military drills sent a signal that is totally inappropriate and hostile to North Korea. I thought that was the point of the whole thing.
Probably was. Has been, anyhow.
They are, North Korea, by the way, is considered a nuclear-armed state.
Yes.
With which the U.S. has no formal diplomatic ties, but which President Trump says has been unthreatening and respectful as long as he's been president. He said, based on the fact that it's too late to cancel, referring to the exercises,
right,
I have instructed the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, to substantially reduce the joint military exercises! !
Well, we are a little busy in other parts of the world.
Well, and that's my wonder on this is, okay, it seems very distasteful for folks who have been following the North Korea, South Korea, and our allies and the hostilities coming from North Korea. You'd think, okay, on its face,
right,
this seems like a major shift in U.S. policy, which it might be.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
But at the same time, we've seen in the news, we've heard in the news, we've talked about it here, that the United States is depleting its arsenal of fancy missiles that can go air to air and take out drones and missiles and other things.
Right.
So if we're reducing the amount of missiles we're firing off in a military exercise here,
right,
then we still have more in the stockpile, presumably to use somewhere else.
Right.
So is this really just an elaborate ruse by the administration to say, yeah, we don't have anything. We're okay with North Korea right now. Let's reduce the military exercise. We don't need to do all this bluster.
Right.
And really what it is we're saving missiles for better use.
That, and also it's a great way to say, hey, Kim Jong-un, that crazy chubby guy over there, we're good friends, right? We're good. Are we good? Yeah, I guess we're good. Okay, good. This way kind of patronize somebody to kind of be, you know, fist bump you when you really think, okay, I don't trust you any further than I can throw you.
We just moved your junior news hat a little further away.
Well,
no, that's good. That's good.
I mean, who doesn't see Kim Jong-un and think, wow, that guy has not seen those epic.
The exercises are essential. So Leif Eric Easley, a professor of international studies in Seoul, said the exercises are essential for military forces to be ready and capable of doing their jobs. Senator Mark Kelly, the Democrat from Arizona, said hollowing out these joint exercises short-sighted and a mistake. There are others who are weighing in on this as well.
Of course.
But it also comes a day after the U.S. pulled its last aircraft carrier in Asia, the USS George Washington, out to replace the USS Abraham Lincoln, which we've seen in the news recently.
Yes.
Because of some scrutiny over the conditions on board of the USS
yes.
Abraham Lincoln. Any thoughts there?
Nope.
Okay. You want to talk about dry drought?
Dry drought?
Dry drought.
Is there any other kind of drought?
Well, I mean, you could have alcohol drought.
Oh, it could.
You could
that
have,
would be dry drought.
You
too,
could
though.
have fizzy water drought.
Could be.
Okay.
Well,
Anyway,
fizzy water would be a
lack
drought.
of liquid in Lake Mead. We're talking about this. So just 2 weeks after Lake Mead, the largest reservoir by capacity of fresh water in the United States, hit a record low, Lake Powell, the country's second largest reservoir, is suffering the same fate.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, on Saturday, Lake Powell's pool elevation dropped to 3,519 feet, breaking its previous record that was set in April of 2023. It's breaking it by just like a tenth of a or a hundredth. It's breaking it by a hundredth of a foot, basically. So federal water officials caution that the daily water level figure is provisional and subject to revision. The new record could be walked back. But even if the reading does not hold, they say the lake's downward trend means the actual record low is just days away. Jack Schmidt is a senior research scientist and the director of the Center for Colorado River Studies at Utah State University. And he said, if you add the two of these reservoirs together, the last time the joint contents were this low was in 1957, before there even was a Lake Powell. And these levels are truly unprecedented. He said, we're in completely new territory. Lake Powell and Lake Mead store the vast majority of Colorado River water that's used to sustain cities and agriculture in Southern California, Arizona, Nevada, Mexico, as well as federally recognized tribes. Water from the lakes is also used to generate hydroelectric power and ensure a steady, predictable flow of water downstream, smoothing the water supply during droughts and when the snowpack in the Rocky Mountains is low. So if you think about the effect on agriculture, which they've already been rationing in many areas, and what that might do to agricultural prices. If you're at the grocery store and you see grown in California on it, this is that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you might see some price increase from that. Let's see, what else do we have in the news? Hayden Panettiere. Did you hear about this?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, actress who launched her career as a child and later starred in the show Heroes. I never watched that. Did you watch that?
Yeah.
Heroes.
Yep.
Was it good?
Yep.
What, save the cheerleader, save the world, that kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Also appeared in Nashville. Hayden has died. Her representative.
And remember
confirmed.
the Titans? Was she remember?
Yeah,
the
she was in that.
Yeah.
She was in that. She was 36 years old.
Yeah.
Sounds like she was struggling with some issues, some mental issues.
Yeah,
depression,
some drug addiction.
And drug addiction.
Yeah, she mentioned in, I guess, her autobiography or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Her father, Skip, said in a statement, "It's with profound sadness we share the tragic passing of our beloved Hayden. She was an incredible light and a force of nature who brought immeasurable love and joy to all who knew her and to the millions who watched her on screen. Please give us privacy as our family takes time to process this unimaginable loss."
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so she was in Remember the Titans, Raising Helen, Ice Princess, Scream 4, obviously the musical drama Nashville, and the hit series Heroes. She was very candid about her struggles from child stardom through adulthood. She released a memoir just in May. It was called This Is Me, A Reckoning.
Oh.
Just in May. Yeah, so. Also from that file, different file, Tommy John.
Yeah.
Tommy John passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He won 288 games during his 26-year big league career and became the first pitcher to successfully return following what was then a groundbreaking elbow surgery.
Called Tommy John surgery.
That is, well, it wasn't then.
No.
Now it is.
Now it is.
Yeah, it's called the Tommy John surgery. He has died. He was 83 years old.
Well, it's a lot of pitches.
Yeah, he died at his home in Bradenton, Florida on Saturday. On August 8th, the New York Yankees released a social media post in which John wrote that he wanted to say goodbye to everyone, including friends and fans who followed him throughout his career, saying, "I will never forget you." The Yankees called John a bedrock of our rotation during his time in pinstripes and a longtime favorite of Yankee fans.
Wow.
Yeah, so the Tommy John surgery named after him. He tore his ulnar collateral ligament in his pitching elbow back in 1974, which up to that point meant your career was over.
Right.
That your career was over. John then allowed Dr. Frank Jobe, the Dodgers team physician, to replace the ligament with a tendon from his right forearm. And the doctor gave the surgery a 100-to-1 odd of being successful. And the procedure had been done on others before, although it was usually performed on wrists and hands. John was the first pitcher to have it done to his elbow. And now more than 2,600 big leaguers and thousands more amateurs have had that kind of reconstruction, now known as the Tommy John surgery.
There you go.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. And including Shohei Ohtani. I didn't know Shohei Ohtani had it.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing. You want to have it.
So basically, it's become normal.
Right.
If you're like a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 7:30 WSJM Morning Show continues. Look at us talking sports ball.
That's right, because it's news, talk, sports.
WSJM. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back. We're going to continue talking on the video live stream. It's 7:31.
I'm not one to say.
All right. Back on the video live stream. I need to say a special thank you to the St. Joseph Department of Public Safety.
Oh, yeah? For?
So over the weekend, I won't give it into too many details.
Oh, I want them.
Because it's a personal thing. But
no.
My mom walked away from her residence.
Yeah.
And she has severe dementia.
Yeah.
We've made no secret of that. So, but she still has her physical capabilities.
Uh-huh.
And sure enough, walked away from the facility when the staff was occupied with something else. And I got a call. It's like, hey, your mom, if you want to go look.
Right.
And so Stephanie and I hop in the car and we're just like,
right.
Go find her. And I'm in my mind, I'm doing a radius check of,
sure.
How far can mom get?
Right.
in a short amount of time. And as we were going by somewhere, there was an area where there were some restaurants, and this had happened one time before.
Okay.
And where she ended up was a restaurant.
Okay.
Right, to eat.
Right.
And so this time I thought, well, for some reason I just didn't want to go to the restaurant in that area. So we were driving, and I caught out of the corner of my eye a Department of Public Safety vehicle.
Okay.
And it was parked in an area where I hadn't usually seen it parked.
Okay.
And so we drove over, and sure enough, get up there, and sitting on a bench, and a Department of Public Safety, St. Joseph Department of Public Safety officer was there sitting with my mom.
Really?
And saying, so you know this lady? Sure do. So thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Again, to the St. Joseph Department of Public Safety. A passerby, somebody who was on their way to work, had seen my mom on the street. She was in socks. She was in a nightgown.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
And it called police, and police showed up right away and sat with her. And they had already called for paramedics to come check her out and do a few things. And they had, seen what, anyway, long story short, mom safe and sound.
Good.
Not happy that we had to take her socks off.
Oh,
after walking on the street. She said, no, these are fine. These are perfectly fine. Mom, you're gonna create tracks in the house there. So anyway, so hats off to the public safety officers.
A good end to what could have been a very difficult story.
Yeah. You don't want to see that happen.
No.
What else we have going on? So we played ping pong on Friday. Looked for mom on Saturday. Sunday was pretty uneventful.
Yeah.
I did get a chance to see Sawyer over the weekend.
Nice.
And because he's getting ready to go back to school pretty soon.
Yeah.
So he's been doing his internship and having a good time. He went camping up in Canada.
Did he?
Brought back whereabouts?
Yeah.
North of here, probably 8-hour drive.
Okay.
So due north, 8 hours, find a lake. That's where they went.
All right. So.
He wanted to go 12 hours north.
Okay.
But he couldn't convince his classmates to do that with him.
Oh.
So they went 8 hours.
Okay.
But they had a good time, took sleeping bags. I told Sawyer, I said, here's exactly what you need. You need your sleeping bag. He's like, Dad, I know. All right, well, fine. Okay, make sure it's good.
Right.
Then you need the air mattress on the bottom.
Definitely.
You need the little air mattress. Here's where it's stored. Here's how to use it.
Right.
Make sure you take it. Did he take it?
No.
He did not take it. His classmate took it
Yeah.
and
well,
said, "Oh yeah, I did notice that. It looked like it was pretty comfortable."
yeah, a lot better than the sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, he said falling asleep on the ground was not a problem. When he got up, that's when the problem set in.
Yes.
Yeah. But they had a good time, and he showed me pictures, and it was beautiful. You're 8 hours north of here. The water, extremely cold, but he said it was refreshing.
I bet. Yeah, no,
It was really nice.
and again, the sky at night, the stars at night are just amazing. Once you get away from all the, I can't hardly say city lights around here, but when you get away from the lights that kind of filter out some of the
light pollution.
Yes.
Yeah.
The evening sky is amazing.
All right. We have to get back. We're going to do a check of the weather here in just a moment. We're going to check our news, and more is all coming up right here on the WSJM Morning Show, 7:35.
Named MSG Knickerbockers. The newly created Rangers company would be named MSG Rangers. The spinoff is expected to be completed by October. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
7:36 on Monday, August 17th. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Wyble is here. It's Monday. It's cloudy out there, 70 degrees.
It's a little cloudy.
It's a little cloudy out there. I think I see some sunshine or some blue skies off in the distance. 70 degrees today in Benton Harbor, or I'm sorry, 70 degrees right now in Benton Harbor and in St. Joseph and in New Buffalo. We're heading toward a high here locally of about 75 degrees. We're still going to have humidity,
Okay.
but that's fine. We'll deal with it. The weather forecast only includes a slight chance of rain today. And then tonight, mostly clear skies, a 60 degree low overnight. Tuesday's forecast, partly cloudy, a high tomorrow of 80. No rain in the forecast for tomorrow either. Wow. I'm thinking golf today or tomorrow. Or both.
I have golf league tomorrow night, so.
Oh, it's going to be perfect for you.
That's what I like.
It's going to be gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Not a raindrop within a 100-mile radius for you.
But the rest of the week looks like a little chance of some
precipitation.
Wednesday,
Wednesday, a 50% chance of showers and storms, a high around 75. So if golf league's on Wednesday night, sorry. Thursday, partly cloudy, 20% chance of showers, high of 75. Friday, partly cloudy. Don't see rain in the forecast for Friday at this time, high of 75 degrees. We've got more news right now. We've got our local news preview. We'll have sports with Dave Wolf.
News is next. Brought to you by Creative Landscaping and Design. Creating landscapes for life for over 50 years. Family owned in Southwest Michigan.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. The 2-month window that was supposed to allow for negotiations to end the war between the U.S. and Iran expires today, and there's no agreement. President Trump now saying he may soon declare the Strait of Hormuz American territory. Ukraine over the weekend launched one of its biggest attacks on Russia, says ABC's Lama Hassan.
This was a massive attack, the Russian Defense Ministry saying it destroyed more than 800 Ukrainian drones overnight. Moscow's mayor adding that some 600 drones were detected heading toward the Russian capital, shooting down a third of them, but still at least 7 people across Russia were killed.
Actress Hayden Panettiere has died. Her father confirming she passed away Sunday in South Carolina. The star of Heroes in Nashville was 36. No cause has been announced. Now, Tropical Storm Lala brushing past Hawaii. It's blamed for at least 1 death, while the death toll in record flooding in Indiana is now up to at least 7 people. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:38 is the time. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Hi, Ken Lundberg here. Mike Wyble over there. We've got some news coming up just after 8 o'clock. Responding to a request from county commissioners, the Berrien County Sheriff's Office will soon provide more information about its use of flock cameras. We caught up with Berrien County Sheriff Chuck Hite to talk about that, so we'll give you that story. Also, Berrien County selling most of the properties offered in its latest tax foreclosure auction. Still some left.
Oh.
So we'll tell you about that. Yeah, we'll tell you about that. And then also in the news, back to school season is upon us, and that includes the Lake Michigan College Police Academy. They're launching their new session today.
That's great.
Yeah, so we'll talk about those stories and more. It's all coming up in just
great.
Tony the Tiger is over there. Mike the Mountain Man is here. Little Kenny's over there.
Oh, yeah.
We've got more news coming up right now.
It's crowded in here.
Latest state news. We'll have sports from Dave Wolf in just a moment. All right, back on the video live stream. What were we talking? Oh, we were talking about Ukraine and Russia. We're 4+ years now.
Yeah.
into Russia and Ukraine. And I was just looking at the latest report where Ukraine has once again bombed an area of Russia, killed 7 Russian citizens. What is Putin? I never knew really what Putin was thinking in the first place.
Correct.
But now we're 4 years in. What does he do? What are we thinking?
Yeah, and I just don't understand why there hasn't been more I don't know,
more force?
Yeah, or more directive as far as both sides wanting to say, okay, we're not getting anywhere. Let's just talk about some type of a truce.
Yeah. Yeah, 4.5 years, full-scale war between Ukraine and Russia. I was looking at a piece on CNBC, and they're talking about what it's meant for the wartime economy has been for Russia, especially given Ukraine's long-range drone attacks on their oil refineries and some of their delivery warehouses. Apparently, there's an Amazon-type situation over there for Russia, and Ukraine's been focusing on that as well, bombing that. So they're wondering whether this will drive the economic hits. They're wondering whether it'll drive Russia to give up its war because of the big impact it's having on the economy.
The Center of Strategic and International Studies study puts total Russian casualties at over 1.4 million, with estimates of military fatalities approaching 450,000.
Yeah.
So that'd be 450,000 Russian young men and possibly females, but certainly of their best, potentially their best of their best of their society that they've lost over this conflict.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so, I mean, and obviously it's not as free to speak your mind over there.
No.
In Russia. So what's that body feel as far as the leadership that they're getting, and is what could be fomenting as far as displeasure with the Russian leader.
Right.
Anyway, so I just thought that was interesting. Another thing that has been going on for a long time, the investigation into Tupac Shakur's murder.
Yes.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
30 years ago, September 7th, 1996, Tupac Shakur was 25 at the time. He would now be 55.
Yes.
By that math. Shakur was, at that moment, in his youth, in his heyday, at the height of his career, defining a generation of rap, and then was murdered.
Yeah.
Murdered in, was it Vegas?
I believe so.
Yeah. For more than 25 years, Tupac Shakur, the investigation into his murder seemed to grow cold. But today, Monday, just a few miles away from the scene of the crime, opening arguments will be heard in the trial of the only person ever charged in connection with Tupac Shakur's death. Yeah. So Dwayne, was it Keffy D?
Yeah.
Keffy D? Dwayne Davis, one-time Los Angeles gang leader who retired to the Vegas suburbs, was arrested in September of 2023 and charged with murder with the use of a deadly weapon with intent to promote, further, or assist a criminal gang. He's been in custody ever since. So opening statements are set to begin this morning at the Clark County Courthouse in Las Vegas. Yeah, so it was all in Las Vegas.
But why do they know that or suspect that he did it?
Because somebody wrote a book about it.
And what did he say?
It wasn't true. Once he got arrested.
Right.
But
beforehand.
Oh, yeah, I did this.
Yeah. I arranged Tupac to be killed.
Yeah.
And then he said, oh, wait, I just did that to sell books. Yeah. Not exactly, obviously, a brain trust of legal money.
The only eyewitness still living is Suge Knight. Suge Knight. Marion Knight is his real name. Who was driving the car that Shakur was in that night that he was shot. And he's no more willing to cooperate with law enforcement now than he was over the last 30 years.
Yeah, he's probably good.
He said, I don't get paid to solve homicides. Yeah. Anyway, he's locked up in a state penitentiary near San Diego on unrelated charges, and he still says, "Yeah, I'm not saying anything."
What if he raps when he's in jail?
Probably. Probably has a, I don't know, probably putting records out, something like
Could
that.
be.
But how much can you profit?
I wouldn't think a great deal.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what it is you're profiting from. Is it from a crime or is it something totally independent of the other thing?
Right.
What else do we have going on here? A couple of things. Oh, thieves from the crime file. Another one. Thieves stole 4 works attributed to a Renaissance painter Antonello de Messina, not Loggins in Messina. This is the painter, worth millions of euros from the region's museum in the city of Messina in Sicily. While crowds were gathered around town for the traditional Assumption Day holiday celebrations.
Oh.
Yeah, the thieves bypassed alarms and security systems Saturday night at the Mumi Museum.
Mumi?
Not Moonme, Mumi. Museum, making off with 3 of the 5 surviving panels of the San Gregorio Polypic, dated 1473, as well as a double-sided panel depicting the Virgin Mary and Christ in Pieta, which was removed from an armored display case. They removed all 5 panels from their frames, but abandoned 2 behind a wall while they were fleeing. Art experts value the stolen works at about $81 to $92 million.
Yikes.
Yeah. I wonder if they get paid to be specific, because 81 to 92, why not just say 80 to 90?
Or just $90
million. Yeah, $90 million. Anyway, they say they're devastated by what happened. They call them the most important and best known works of Antonello de Messina. Yeah. Art thievery in Europe. Live and well.
It is.
Live
It
and
is.
well.
Those guys are staying, quick on their feet.
We'll be right back. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
94.9 WSJM.
94.9. Say it again.
94.9.
WSJM. Good morning and welcome again. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Wyble is here. We're going to do our Moody on the We're going to do our Moody on the Market update here in just a couple of moments. Yeah. Did you what news did you follow while you were in Minnesota?
Not
any?
No.
Well, that's fine.
We watched Netflix. We didn't watch any local news.
You watched Netflix?
Yeah.
What'd you watch? Anything good?
No.
Oh.
I didn't really watch. I mean, that's what was on TV. I was either fishing because that's what I was there to do.
Yeah.
Or I was sleeping.
Oh, well, very nice.
So I would usually get 4 hours of fishing in before anybody got up by 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then I would come in. We'd sometimes go back. Usually things shut off fishing wise between 11 and 1. So it's a great time to take a nap and grab a little lunch and then head back out about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon and fish until dark and do it all over again.
Did you ever catch your limit?
No.
Nice.
No.
Nice. Did you get a fishing license?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually got a year fishing license.
Oh, nice. So we can go back.
We can.
All
we
right.
can go back. And everybody was like, oh, but it's $5. And I'm like, you know what? After all the Minnesota's gone through, I'm happy to throw them an extra $5.
Very nice. All right. Well, we welcome you back from your fishing trip.
Thank you.
Did you send me pictures?
I did.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to look. All right. Moody on the Market update. We'll do that Friday.
Okay.
Remind me on Friday.
All right.
Okay. Moody on the Market update. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. One of the things you might have missed while you were gone is we did a few more installments of the special report that the series that we've been publishing on WSJM and Moody on the Market.
Okay.
Regarding Connexus Group. We're examining the Berrien Cass Van Buren Workforce Development Board, which does business here locally as Connexus Group. And they run the Michigan Works Office.
Yes.
In Paw in Cassopolis, and in Benton Harbor. This most recent installation in the special report today that's up online draws from a state monitoring report obtained through the Freedom of Information Act. Basically, the state monitors went in and did a review of data validation, basically, of what is it that you're doing with folks who walk through the doors of Michigan Works, and are you keeping all the right data? Are you making sure that they're eligible for work? Are you making or for assistance? Are you writing plans for them? Are you delivering services? What services were delivered and what kind of follow-up did you do?
Yeah.
And so the state comes in and they typically they bring out, they say, okay, we're coming on this date. Be ready. We're going to be looking for 40 files. We're going to pull, show us
Random
your
40
files.
files,
We're
yeah.
going to take a random 40 files. We're going to take a look at them. And as long as 80% of them are good,
Yeah.
you're good.
Okay. And
They did not pass.
oh,
Yeah, they out of the 40 files that were pulled for the state review, only 22 passed the review.
That's an F in anybody's.
That is failed.
Yeah.
So we've got the story posted right now. The state comment from Michigan Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity wrote its report. This is from a 2023 review of program years 2022, 2023. That the Berry and Cass Van Buren Michigan Works earned a rate of 55% and therefore failed the data validation review. Again, the threshold for state satisfactory rating is 80%.
Okay.
So to date, for those of you who have been following this, our examination, WSJM's examination of the Workforce Board, has largely been a story about governance and oversight. And it was all initiated when the three counties, Cass, Van Buren, and Berrien counties, who created the board, pressed the agency over who approved its bylaws. They approved its bylaws, but they pressed the agency about records. Are you complying with the bylaws? Are we actually ratifying the executive pay that's been approved there somehow? And then also what's happening with some of the for-profit corporate ventures of Connexus Group.
Right.
And so this report really turns to a different layer of oversight, which is the state's oversight of what they found when they examined the agency's performance. So we've gone from a governance and oversight to how have they been performing? Because if you put aside the governance and the oversight and just say, okay, clean that up,
right?
How are you performing the role that you're here to do to develop the workforce?
Right. On a state level.
In this report, we show where they specifically failed.
Oh.
So we'll talk a little, at least on the data validation part. And so you read for yourself, take a look at it. It's posted right now at moodyonthemarket.com. But your Moody on the Market update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And we'll be back with more in just a moment.
Here's Erica Santiago from Insurance.
All right, back on the video live stream. You have some reading catching up to do.
I do.
Read this one.
Stuff has been happening.
Read this one.
Yeah.
This one was really interesting because they found in 5 different findings that because when you walk in the doors of Michigan Works, and thankfully, I think there's a lot of us probably listening who have not had to do that.
Right.
But when you are facing unemployment and you're trying to figure out what am I going to do next, a lot of people would rely on Michigan Works.
Sure.
For training and guidance on where can I go? What do I need? How do I get a job? How do I get more income coming through the door?
Right.
So the findings for those services that they were providing, finding 1, youth plans were missing. The WIOA, that's the federal money. The WIOA individual service strategy, that's the ISS, lacks required elements. Finding 2, cases stayed open while nothing was done. In other words, participant activities were open longer than 90 days with no services provided. And oftentimes, WIOA, the programs that run WIOA, they're forced to close cases if no activity has happened in 90 days.
Okay.
Because they figure, okay, well, if you're not doing anything for them and they're not doing anything to help themselves in this 90-day window,
right?
Well, we close the thing. You can't keep drawing money to show that you're doing something for these people. So they found that cases stayed open while nothing was being done. Finding number 3, nobody followed up after people left. Participants were exited with no follow-up services or contact attempts post-exit. Finding 4, a $5,000 training was never entered into the system. They said participant records were not maintained in a timely manner. And finding number 5, files did not show that people qualified for the program. Lack of documentation to support participant eligibility. They say 2 dislocated workers' files were judged eligible with absolutely no documentation to support or confirm attachment to the workforce.
Oh.
So again,
sloppy.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah.
There was a random thing found in here. So this is not an audit. It's a validation, a data validation.
Okay.
Let me look at your files. What are you doing? how does it look like? And then, after you have findings, then you work with the agency to see how are you going to rectify. But on a financial note, the department monitors the agency's finances separately and through a different unit in different cycles. And across 2022 and 2023, they said the records showed 5 fiscal reviews. 4 produced no findings and no administrative recommendations at all. The 5th, which was conducted in January of 2023, the agency found that they had charged a Sirius XM satellite radio subscription to the state workforce funds on a corporate credit card, which federal rules specifically don't allow you to charge off entertainment.
Yes. Yeah.
to the workforce development. I mean, you think about it. I mean, on its face, you think, okay, we're here to do workforce development. Should we be charging a Sirius XM satellite radio subscription to that fund?
Right.
The answer was no. The federal folks don't allow that. And so they had to pay the $435.58 somewhere else. So they found it, but still public money.
Yeah.
7:56, back with more now. Hey, it's Ken Lundberg here. Mike Wyble over there. It's the WSJM Morning Show. 7:56 is the time. Sorry, did I bore you? Was that okay?
No, it's good.
That's good?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, again, we have another installation on the special report looking at Connexus Group and the Workforce Development Board activities. We're looking at it because the counties are looking at it.
Yes.
Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren counties. And so we have another installation posted at WSJM.com and at MoodyOnTheMarket.com.
As Ricky Ricardo would say, Connexus, you got some Spain to do.
Very good. That was very nice. Let's see what else is in the news. Just a quick one here. A Trump-appointed national bank regulator granted a wing of the Trump family's crypto business conditional approval to establish a bank charter, which apparently opens the door for larger clients and potentially bigger profits. The decision marks the first time in U.S. history that a company owned by the sitting president's family has been granted bank status.
Okay.
There are obviously going to be some concerns on this, but in a letter that was published on Friday, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency granted World Liberty Trust Company, an organization that is 38% owned by an entity affiliated with the president and certain family members, according to its website, the ability to issue stablecoin cryptocurrency tied to the U.S. dollar. World Financial Liberty is the listed sponsor of the conditionally approved trust. They've previously relied on a third-party crypto company, BitGo, to provide stable digital currency. The approval on Friday allows the Trump family's business to cut out the middleman and provide the service directly. I don't know. Is cryptocurrency still a thing? Are we still dealing with that?
Yes.
What is it doing? Is it going up in popularity? Is it coming down?
I think people anticipated that it was going to be going up, radically up. It continues to be very volatile because of the nature of it. But it's something that continues to be. And I think obviously here it has a part to play in our commerce, but in other countries, crypto plays a large because so much of their currency is destabilized.
Yeah.
And so it would give them a stabilized currency that would be based on, like in this situation, based on the U.S. dollar without it being the U.S. dollar.
Huh.
So
do we ever see it replacing the U.S. dollar?
I mean, it depends on who you talk to. I mean, certainly when you get to digital funds and digital currency, I mean, we're pretty close on how many people don't carry cash anymore. They
me.
Right.
Yeah, I don't carry cash. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I got cash out of an ATM.
Right.
But anyway, all right.
There you go. So you're one step away from crypto.
Zach Witkoff says, we thank MGX and Binance for their trust in us. They think it's only the beginning. Witkoff, by the way, is the son of the president's special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff.
Oh, there you go.
So Trump's family's involved in it. The president's special envoy to the Middle East is involved. It's I don't know. I think the ranking member of the Committee on Banking, Elizabeth Warren, has some thoughts on it. She says, for the first time in history, the president of the United States is in charge of overseeing his own financial company. And I have some questions, is what she says.
Yeah, well, she's probably wanting to go off the reservation.
You stop. All right, it's 8 o'clock. We've got the latest world and national news from ABC.
ABC News. I'm Brian Clark. The 60-day